Welcome to the City Current Radio Show. I'm your host, Jeremy Park. We're always honored to bring you inspiring stories of individuals and organizations making a difference, powering the good in our community. We're kicking it off talking about Champion Promotion. We're joined by co-owners Brandon Connors and Jay Martin. And when we talk about Champion Promotion, they've been longtime partners in City Current. We know them very, very well. They designed our logo for our TV show, The Spark. They designed our award that we give out for the Spark Awards, our televised award show. And they design our merchandise that says Power the Good for City Current. So let's start out. Brandon and Jay, how are you guys doing?
Doing great. Doing great. How you doing?
Doing well. So as I mentioned, longtime partners in City Current. You've done so much, Spark Awards, everything. That's our televised award show. But give us some backstory, a little bit of history lesson for Champion Promotion.
So I've been a part of Champion for almost 19 years, straight out of high school. Obviously, most people know us as Champion Awards. Champion started an awards producer, awards engraver, started out near Germantown. Actually, one of our largest customers, biggest orders at the time was actually FedEx. And they actually that's what kicked off the company, kind of gave us the money, the backing, the ability to expand in some different areas. One thing led to another. We got into the promotional products business. Then before you know it, t-shirts are everywhere, concerts, people wanting to sell, print, produce, got into the t-shirt business. And that's kind of where we've been ever since. We've been, a pretty large t-shirt printer in this area. We do embroidery, promotional products, and of course awards, which is what founded and started the business.
One of the things that makes you, to me, really cool, but also very unique is the fact that you have all the printing machines, the big presses there for the t-shirts. And you can go in, not now, obviously with COVID, but you can go in and you can actually show how a t-shirt is made and the whole process. And you get to see the big machines. But talk about the fact that these are printed right here in the Mid-South, right here in Memphis. Talk about that side of it being you can touch it.
Yeah, and honestly, that's what we ask that people come in. We want people to come in, take a tour, see how their shirts are being made, understand the process of printing a t-shirt, because sometimes people think it's like a vending machine. You press a button and your shirt pops out, and that's not the case at all. I mean, we have multiple steps, multiple processes, days of time to get a shirt produced. That's one of the things that sets us apart as well. Like you said, we do it right here in the city, and we do pretty much everything in-house, from design work to getting the screens and everything prepped, to printing them, shipping them, embroidery when we do sewing, polos, jackets, hats, engraved awards. Pretty much do everything in-house. Now, there's some items, of course, we have to outsource, but the majority of what we do it in-house every day.
Yeah.
And we're proud of that.
Absolutely. You have an amazing, I like the fact that you mentioned the creative team. You have an amazing creative team.
Yes.
And so many, and ourselves included, when we had the idea of, okay, let's do Power the Good shirts. We basically said that, and your team gives us back a bunch of different ideas. And it's like, all right, we could go in this direction, you choose, and then we fine tune it and we're ready to go. Same thing with the Spark Award and even the Spark TV show, which you guys came up with that logo as well. We basically said, hey, we've got this idea, and your creative team put it in motion. Talk about that aspect of really bringing an idea to life.
Well, see, that's actually what has set us apart from a lot of our local competitors. That's one of the things that Mike was big on. Mike Bowen, one of the former founders, former owners of the company. One of his number one things is, what can we do better? How can we strive, to do better than what the customer asks for? What can set us apart that the other competitors out there are not doing, that we can do to show what great work we can do. And so we invested a lot of money into that. We invested a ton of money into our graphics department, into our creative side of things, so that, the customer comes to us with an idea. And like you said, whether it's the Spark Awards or it's t-shirts or it's designs for a festival or a school, we have the ability to say, we like that, that's good, but hey, what about this? Let's try this, and give the customer an opportunity to see some other looks and some other ways of doing things.
I'll add to that. When I was not with Champion, I was still in the promo business. I was actually handling one account, and I first heard of Champion because we came to them originally to do all the products and t-shirts and stuff that we needed for my customer at the time. So I saw firsthand as a customer how easy and, pain-free it was to have a one-stop shop to go, hey, here's what I'm looking for. let me see what you got. And then they give you all sorts of different options, or they gave us all sorts of different options and different ideas and designs. And we use them for a large amount of our printing. So I saw firsthand from a customer what it's like to work with Champion and the design group specifically. And now obviously I'm on the other end. So it's nice to see both ends of it.
Yeah. And now you're a co-owner. So talk about on your end, and Brandon, you kind of touched on this, the variety of clientele from schools to corporations, small, medium, and very, very large, to nonprofits. You all do so much with nonprofits and even televised award shows. So talk about the scale and the scope of the clientele you work with.
Our slogan, Cars Champion Promotion, and it's on brand on everything. And, when we say that, we mean that. It's on everything. And, fortunately, that comes with a lot of different customers. Like you said, whether it's nonprofits and events for them, or it's schools and fundraisers, school events, corporations, company stores, retail, you name it. Pretty much any and every company needs their logo on something. So we're in that market, we're in that industry, and we're here to provide products with your logo on it, on a custom product. And so we can do that. And that's what gives us that opportunity and that ability to reach out to so many different markets, because pretty much everybody needs what we offer.
Yeah.
Our hard part is, everybody understanding that we can offer everything. A lot of times we get pigeonholed to, you're just a t-shirt printer, or you just do awards, your Champion Awards. That's what we know you by. Or you're, we did the University of Memphis for so many years. You're just the Tiger guys. You do the Tiger t-shirts. We kind of get pigeonholed. So we're trying to figure out ways to expand that brand to, once again, on brand on everything for everybody. We're not just a t-shirt printer. We're not just the awards guys. 2020 has actually shown us and has actually helped us expand our online. I wrote some notes down here. We have 10 active company stores right now. Company stores is one of the big things that we've talked about for years that we've wanted to get more and more into. We wanted to be able to make it more streamlined, easier for our customers to place orders. And 2020 has kind of helped us with that, with everybody going remote, working from home. We had to figure out ways of still communicating with our customers and still getting orders processed. And so, we've actually grown our online division by, I want to say it's right at 400%.
Wow.
Increase of online sales from 2019 to 2020.
Talk about elaborate on what that storefront is and why that's so important. So dive in deeper on that. Okay.
So, like you talked about, our customer base is very wide and broad. So that, that storefront it can look different for a lot of different customers. The majority of what we do are online company stores. So we're going to have some apparel items. We're going to have some promotional items, whether it's a water bottle, a padfolio, luggage, a couple different fun items that employees can go on and they can purchase, just like a retail store, a polo, a hat, and a water bottle with your company logo on it. And then we produce them on demand, and then we ship them out to you. We have that route. We have the route to where it's maybe more of an internal, to where you want to outfit your staff in merchandise. So for instance, a couple of our customers, they order apparel for their employees to wear while at work, not to wear more as a lifestyle, like Juice Plus, for instance. Juice Plus, this website is more of a lifestyle website. We're selling to people that want to represent Juice Plus because that's their small business and they want to have that lifestyle. Some of our other customers, like I said, they're employee shirts. So the manager at the local location will log on, place their order for 12, 24 t-shirts for their employees. We produce it on demand and we ship it out to them. They'll get their order in 7 to 10 business days. So we tailor it a lot of different ways. Another way is fundraising. With schools being out, schools have tried to find ways to still get their students t-shirts, still get their teachers t-shirts, incentivize them, good job. And so we put up fundraising stores. So we'll put a store up, leave it up for 2-3 weeks. Parents go on there, place orders, buy their kids t-shirts. We close the store down. We pull, fulfill, ship orders.
One other thing to touch on with the Juice Plus account that he brought up, that our customer base for them is worldwide, basically. And throughout the year, we normally would have about 10 events where we would go and sell all of our product to these partners or these representatives for this company. And obviously with 2020, we went to 100% web-based, which is another reason why we have taken it on to advance our company stores and our web-based stores and e-commerce stores. So for example, for Juice Plus, every order that we had that would normally be at events and online was 100% online. So we got thrown into, all right, we have to improve our web business and let's adapt to this new trend quickly. Yes, quickly being the key word. So that's just to touch on just a specific example of the web business growing and us adapting.
Yeah. What would you say are some of the hot items when you look at, 2020 leading into 2021, where we are today? What are some of the hot items that you think companies should be looking at in terms of, obviously the pens, the shirts, the hats, the embroidery? I mean, what are some of the hot items?
Well, obviously with 2020, normal stuff and normal ordering and events just totally hit a halt. And everybody was kind of worried, but we found that everybody now is going to need PPE stuff, masks, gloves, hand sanitizers in all sorts of different ways. So we kind of caught onto that early since we were already able to provide branded products. We just started a new type of branded products that we never really had to do. So we did that for a large part of 2020 to a large number of our customers. And as we can see, as like the trend is going, that's still going to be a consistent item or, blend of items that people are still going to need. So we're just also finding new ways to, innovate items like that, like an antibacterial pen or a no-touch tool, are two specific random items that you never would have thought would have any relevance, but all of a sudden they are one of our top selling items. So those are a couple, there's a broader scale of popular items in 2020 that are definitely going to go into 2021.
Yeah. And to your point, it's amazing how something happens and things that you never even thought about before now become the most popular items that we're all looking for because of obviously health and safety. And, to your point, being able to put your logo on a mask or doing the gloves, all these things that we necessarily didn't think of before the pandemic that now, to your point, they're here to stay. That's moving forward. So really great opportunity to be able to do something good with it.
Yeah.
So even like water bottles and things like that. When you think about still going outside and exercising, all of that is still a part of our life. So those still become great items to be able to give away and to share with your team and sell as fundraising items too.
Right. Absolutely. There hasn't been a time in recent that I can remember, or a lot of people can, where people are more conscious about their health, building an immune system, and just staying self-conscious, obviously with the PPE equipment, but also the prevention side of it, which, like you said, is being active and getting outside, where, outside was a safe place to be last year and still is, and staying hydrated with water bottles and anything like that. So those are some other trends that we are seeing to rise and that we are pushing because, it's a win-win. Like, we get to provide you with product that helps our business, but in turn, we're helping you as well.
Yeah. What's something that you all have learned that you think is going to make you stronger coming out of the pandemic? And obviously, as you alluded to, the online storefronts, that's a huge one. Being able to fulfill virtually when you talk about Juice Plus and knowing that you can manage all that online, I think that's a big advantage. But what's something else that you think has made you stronger that will put you in the right direction coming out of this?
Well, in the broad scale, a problem is just an opportunity.
Right.
So everybody had a problem. We had a problem. Nobody knew what was coming down the next day or 6 hours later. It's just posting left and right. So you just have to look for ways to turn that into a positive, which I feel that we have. And in growing, I think our whole team here have learned to, adjust on the fly, expect the unexpected sometimes, especially in this business anyways. But just expect the unexpected and be able to adapt, and let's make the best out of the current situation, however we can do that. So I think it made our whole team together just realized that, anything can get turned upside down in a heartbeat. So in a very broad, answer, it's just that we learned to turn a problem into an opportunity. We took advantage of that and we grew from it as a team and just became a stronger company because of it.
Yeah. Talk about community. And as you mentioned, you do so much for nonprofits and you both support them with your time and efforts, but also you give them an advantage to be able to fundraise. So just talk about your commitment to the community and what that means to Champion Promotion.
Yeah, we've been a part of the community for many, many years. Once again, going back to, talking about Mike, that's one of the things he was key on, is making sure that we stay involved in the community, our name stays in the public, because that's what it's about in our industry. People have to know to come to us. They have to know to find us. And one of the ways to do that is to either be involved personally, out there volunteering one-on-one, or being able to provide these branded products. One of the things that we've touched on in the past also is, the Second Chance program. Working with nonprofits and organizations where there's individuals that are trying to get their life back in order, and they're working with different organizations, and those organizations need to find employment for those individuals. And we've actually, we've benefited from that, and they've benefited from that in 2020 as well. We started working with a new organization called Synergy here locally in Memphis, and we've been able to, we've probably ran 8 to 10 different individuals through the program here at Champion to get them certified and get them understanding how to work in our industry and our environment that they're now taking on once they graduate from the program and can continue on in their life. So, it's critical, like I said, to get our name out there, keep our name out there, keep that goodwill out there, that people know that the Champion's a good place to work, and Champion has a good heart.
Absolutely.
In what we do. Yeah.
Talk about your website, social media. Where do we go to place our orders and learn more about Champion Promotion?
We underwent a branding change about a year or two ago. So we are now Champion Promotion. It's championpromotion.com, and we're on Facebook and Instagram. We're always posting, just us in action in the back to what has come out of the back. So either one of those is great. You can always reach out to us and have your own personal salesperson, which we find is a better way to go back and forth and let us understand what your specific needs are. Because like in this business, there are some weird requests, but we can fulfill those requests. So, always just reach out to us via email or call us, and we'll assign somebody to you, and we'll get you all taken care of. No matter how weird the ask is, we'll figure out a way.
Well, I'm even thinking like you've done lapel pins for us, the magnetic ones, cuff links, watch. I mean, to your point, like you can find a solution for sure for everything. So yeah. Greatly appreciate all you and your team do, Brandon and Jay, Champion Promotion. Thank you guys for your long-term partnership and being a part of all that we do together to power the good. So thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you, Jeremy.
We appreciate it, Jeremy. Thank you.